Next, a man who is wonderful at preserving the past and adapting it for the future. He takes buildings that have finished their first act and gives them an act two. He was the project architect for the House of Hospitality reconstruction in this park. He also helped restore the award-winning Western Metal Supply Company building just down the hill at Petco Park. And in this, the 20th year of the Friends, David Marshall is chairing the Friends of Balboa Park. David?
Thank you. Hello, everybody. When they asked me to speak today, they didn't tell me I'd have to follow Darlene, so prepare for a letdown. Again, I'm David Marshall, and I'm honored to be here as today as the chair of the board of the Friends of Balboa Park. I had long admired the Friends because they've achieved so many great things in beautifying the park. So when I was invited to join the board 3 years ago, I jumped at the chance. What you'll notice about Friends is that we get things done. From landmark signs to restoring gatehouses, from recycling fallen trees to painting benches, as you saw earlier. And now the recent purchase of the historic carousel, we own and operate a cherished piece of the park, which we're very proud of. As I'm sure you've heard by now, this is Friends' 20th anniversary year. I'd like to acknowledge Friends co-founder Betty Peabody for her vision in helping create this organization in 1999. Betty, thank you again. I recall first meeting Betty right around 1993 when I was a project architect working on the House Hospitality, helping document the building before it was dismantled and then later reconstructed. Betty was on the board of the House of Hospitality Association at the time and made sure that Wayne Donaldson and myself didn't take any shortcuts when we were rebuilding that great landmark. I also had the pleasure of meeting Friends' other founder, Homer Peabody, Betty's husband, and I loved hearing Homer's stories about working in the park during the 1935 exposition. Right after joining the Friends board and knowing how effective they've been in completing projects in the park, I attended my first project steering committee meeting and raised my hand and said, can we do something about those ugly bullhorn speakers in the California Tower? And hope you can see in that image there, that's a before shot. It had always been a pet issue of mine, and it was, when I joined the board, it was kind of my chance to finally see if something could be done about that. Less than 2 years later, which is light speed for any project in the park, I think everybody knows, we had raised nearly $40,000, hired an acoustical engineer, completed design drawings, obtained all city approvals, got contractor bids, and had a new amplifier and 8 new low-profile speakers installed in the California Tower, playing the beautiful Carillon chimes once again. It's great to have something that could be heard and not seen. So we found speakers that would not destroy the beauty of the tower, and we're very happy with that. Of course, the chimes are currently silent because of the ongoing seismic retrofit project. You can blame me for that too, because I'm involved as the architect on that project, but they will be ringing once again early next year. I'd like to now quickly acknowledge the past leadership of Friends. We always have some past board and committee members attending our luncheons here. And so if you are a past member of the board or of a committee of Friends, can you please stand and be recognized? I know I talked to a few. Thank you. I'd like to also acknowledge the key partner for Friends of Balboa Park, which is the City of San Diego's Parks and Recreation Department. Parks and Rec is the backbone of Balboa Park, and their passion for our city's crown jewel, along with their diligence and hard work, has really helped maintain the park despite years of water droughts as well as dollar droughts. So I'd like to acknowledge a few of the leadership of the Parks and Recreation Department. So I'm asking you to please stand and remain standing as I read your name. First, I'd like to thank Interim Director Andy Field, who's been filling in since Herman Parker's departure. Andy? There we are. You got to keep standing, sorry. That's what they told me. I'd also like to thank Interim Assistant Director Mike Tully. Mike, are you here? All right, there we go. And Casey Smith, who's temporarily assigned elsewhere, but who will be coming back to the park soon. Casey, thank you. And Balboa Park District Manager Mario Llanos. Mario? I'd also now like to ask anybody who works in Parks and Recreation who are here today to please stand with the leadership and be recognized. There we go. Thank you all for being here. This is a great group. I've never seen tables extend so far in either direction here. I hope you enjoy the rest of the presentation, and again, thanks for joining us.